My beloved, stop scrolling for a moment, because what you are about to hear was not placed in front of you by accident. There are moments that quietly pass through ordinary days, and then there are moments that change everything forever. Today, I am speaking about one of those unforgettable moments. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip even a single sentence, because every word is connected to the next, and every revelation is building towards something far greater than you can currently imagine. You have wondered for so long whether the feelings hidden inside another heart were real or only a dream that refused to leave your mind. What if I told you that the silence you have been trying to understand has been carrying a secret all along? What if the person you never expected to speak suddenly found the courage to let the entire world know exactly how they felt about you? This story is about that extraordinary moment. There was a time when your soulmate believed their feelings were safer if they remained unspoken. Every smile they gave you carried a sentence they never said aloud. Every glance lasted a little longer than anyone noticed. Every ordinary conversation felt extraordinary to them because your presence made even the smallest moment unforgettable. They convinced themselves that waiting was the wise choice. They believed that keeping their emotions hidden would protect both of you from disappointment, misunderstanding, and uncertainty. Yet deep inside, another voice continued whispering that true feelings cannot remain hidden forever. That quiet voice grew stronger with every passing day until it became impossible to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. This is not simply another story about love. This is about the exact moment when fear finally surrendered to courage. It is about the instant when hesitation lost its power. It is about the second when everything changed before the eyes of everyone who believed nothing extraordinary would happen that day. No one expected what was coming. Even those standing only a few steps away believed they were witnessing an ordinary gathering. They laughed, they talked, they carried on with their own conversations, completely unaware that history was about to be written inside a single unforgettable confession. Your soulmate had rehearsed those words hundreds of times without ever speaking them aloud. They imagined countless endings. In one version, you smiled. In another, you walked away. Sometimes they imagined silence. Sometimes they imagined joy beyond anything they had ever experienced. Every possibility crossed their mind except the one that would actually happen. That is the remarkable thing about destiny. It rarely follows the script people prepare for it. Instead, it arrives unexpectedly, rewriting every expectation in a single breathtaking moment. Don't skip. Every sentence matters because the biggest revelation has not arrived yet. Imagine standing among a crowd where everyone is focused on their own lives. Conversations blend together. Laughter fills the air. Ordinary moments unfold one after another. Suddenly, everything becomes quiet. Not because someone asked for silence, but because one person's courage demanded everyone's attention. Your soulmate took one slow breath. Their heartbeat felt louder than the surrounding voices. Their hands trembled slightly, not from weakness but because truth always carries weight. They looked toward you with a determination they had never shown before. For so long they believed that timing would somehow become perfect. They waited for signs. They waited for certainty. They waited for confidence. But confidence never arrived before the decision. It arrived because of the decision. That realization transformed everything inside them. Instead of waiting for fear to disappear, they chose to move forward while fear still existed. That single choice separated an ordinary day from an unforgettable one. Something huge is waiting for you, so remain here until the final word. As your soulmate looked into your eyes, every memory returned to them at once. They remembered the first moment they noticed your kindness. They remembered every conversation that made them smile long after it ended. They remembered every silent prayer, every hopeful thought, every unanswered question. None of those memories disappeared. Instead, they combined into one overwhelming certainty. They no longer wanted another day to pass without honesty. The crowd sensed that something unusual was happening. People stopped speaking. Faces slowly turned toward the two of you. Curiosity spread from one person to another without anyone saying a word. Some expected an announcement. Others expected an apology. A few believed an ordinary conversation was about to begin. None of them imagined they were about to witness one of the bravest declarations they had ever seen. Your soulmate smiled, not because they were fearless, but because they finally understood that genuine love grows stronger than fear. Their voice was calm, yet filled with emotion powerful enough to touch every listener. They began speaking, not with dramatic promises or impossible claims, but with complete honesty. Every word came directly from the heart they had hidden for so long. They admitted how deeply your presence had changed their life. They confessed that your kindness had become a source of strength during difficult days. They acknowledged that pretending not to care had become more painful than revealing the truth. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. What happened next surprised everyone. Instead of laughter, the crowd became completely silent. Instead of judgment, there was understanding. Instead of confusion, there was respect. Those who had never believed in courageous honesty suddenly witnessed its incredible power. They realized they were watching someone choose truth over comfort. That choice inspired every person standing nearby, even if they never admitted it aloud. You may wonder why this moment mattered so much. It mattered because hidden feelings often become invisible burdens. Every day they remain unspoken, they grow heavier. Every tomorrow becomes another excuse to remain silent. Your soulmate reached the point where silence no longer protected their heart. It only prevented it from living honestly. In that instant, speaking the truth became an act of freedom rather than risk. Don't skip. The story is only beginning. There is another layer hidden beneath everything you have heard so far. While everyone focused on your soulmate's words, very few noticed your expression. Your eyes revealed something remarkable. You were not surprised because you disliked what you heard. You were surprised because you never expected such courage. You had sensed kindness before. You had noticed small gestures before. Yet hearing those heartfelt words in front of everyone created a moment unlike anything either of you had imagined. The atmosphere changed completely. Conversations no longer mattered. Distractions disappeared. Time itself seemed slower. Every second became unforgettable because authenticity possesses a rare power that no performance can imitate. The sincerity in your soulmate's voice reached people who had nothing to do with the story. Some smiled quietly. Others reflected on opportunities they had allowed fear to steal from them. A few silently promised themselves that they, too, would stop hiding important truths from those they cared about. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember that the greatest transformations often begin with one courageous sentence. No grand stage is required. No perfect audience is necessary. One honest moment can become the turning point of an entire future. Your soulmate understood this at last. They realized that genuine feelings lose nothing by being spoken sincerely. Instead, they create possibilities that fear could never imagine. As the final words left their lips, a peaceful calm replaced the nervousness that had followed them for so long. Whether the future unfolded exactly as expected no longer mattered as much as one incredible fact: the truth had finally been spoken. Nothing could erase that courage. Nothing could return them to the prison of silence. That freedom became the greatest victory of all. But what happened immediately after those heartfelt words surprised everyone even more. The reaction that followed was so unexpected that it changed not only your soulmate's future, but the hearts of everyone standing there. What unfolded next became the moment people would remember long after that day had ended. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what happened after the confession was beyond anything anyone could have predicted, and that unforgettable moment is only beginning to unfold. A silence unlike anything anyone had ever experienced settled over the entire place. It was not the silence of confusion. It was the silence that appears when people suddenly realize they have witnessed something truly unforgettable. Every eye remained fixed on you and your soulmate. No one wanted to blink because they felt that if they looked away for even a second, they might miss the most important moment of the day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story has reached the point where everything begins to change, and what happens next is far beyond what anyone standing there expected. Your soulmate stood calmly, no longer hiding behind uncertainty. Just moments earlier, fear had tried to convince them to remain silent forever. Now that fear had completely disappeared. In its place stood confidence born from honesty. The expression on their face was different from anything you had ever seen before. It was peaceful. It was genuine. It was the look of someone who had finally removed the weight they had been carrying for far too long. Every word they had spoken had come directly from the heart, and that truth filled the atmosphere with an emotion that could not be ignored. Then something unexpected happened. A person from the crowd quietly smiled. Another nodded with admiration. Soon, several others began exchanging amazed looks, not because they were surprised that someone could love so deeply, but because they had just witnessed courage in its purest form. Many people spend years hiding what truly matters to them. Very few ever find the strength to speak openly. Your soulmate had become one of those rare people. That realization spread through the crowd without anyone needing to explain it. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. While everyone continued watching your soulmate, your own heart was experiencing a moment that words could barely describe. Memories began returning one after another. You remembered the unexpected kindness. You remembered the thoughtful conversations. You remembered every small act that once seemed ordinary but suddenly carried a completely different meaning. Pieces that never seemed connected now fit together perfectly. Every unanswered question finally found its answer. Your soulmate slowly took one careful step toward you. No one interrupted. No one spoke. It was as though the entire world had decided that this moment deserved complete respect. Their voice became softer, but every word somehow carried even greater strength. They admitted that every dream about the future had always included you. They explained that every important decision they imagined somehow led back to your presence. They shared that they had prayed for courage many times but had never expected courage to arrive in such an unforgettable way. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The next moment shocked everyone even more. Instead of allowing the silence to continue, someone in the crowd quietly said, "That was beautiful." Another agreed. Soon, gentle smiles appeared everywhere. The atmosphere transformed from uncertainty into encouragement. No one laughed. No one mocked the moment. Instead, people witnessed something so genuine that it reminded them how powerful honesty can truly be. You looked into your soulmate's eyes and realized something extraordinary. There was no expectation forcing you to answer immediately. There was no pressure. There was only sincerity. That made the moment even more meaningful. Genuine love never demands. It simply reveals what has always been true. Your soulmate had not spoken to change who you were. They had spoken because hiding the truth had become impossible. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just when everyone believed the biggest surprise had already happened, another unexpected moment unfolded. An older person standing nearby quietly stepped forward with tears of happiness in their eyes. They smiled warmly and said that moments like this remind the world that kindness and honesty still exist. Those simple words touched everyone present. Even strangers felt connected by the beauty of what they had witnessed. The atmosphere became brighter, not because anything magical appeared, but because genuine emotions have the remarkable ability to transform ordinary places into unforgettable memories. The laughter that followed was gentle. The smiles were real. The happiness was impossible to fake. It was the kind of moment people remember years later when someone asks them if they have ever witnessed true courage. Your soulmate looked toward the sky for a brief moment, almost as if silently expressing gratitude for finally finding the strength they had searched for during so many restless nights. Every doubt that had once filled their heart had disappeared. They no longer wondered whether speaking the truth had been the right choice. The peace they now felt answered that question better than words ever could. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. Although everyone believed the story had reached its happiest point, another remarkable revelation was quietly unfolding. Unknown to almost everyone there, this public confession had inspired someone else in the crowd to stop hiding an important truth in their own life. They realized that courage is contagious. One honest heart can awaken another. Without realizing it, your soulmate had changed more than one future that day. As you continued looking at one another, something remarkable happened without either of you speaking. Mutual understanding replaced uncertainty. Sometimes the strongest conversations happen without words. A single smile can communicate what countless sentences never could. That quiet understanding became the true turning point of the story. It was not created by perfect timing. It was created by complete honesty. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. There is one detail almost everyone missed. While people focused on the confession itself, they failed to notice how much your soulmate had grown through the journey. The person standing before you was no longer afraid of rejection, misunderstanding, or uncertainty. They had become stronger because they chose truth instead of comfort. That transformation was even greater than the confession itself. As the crowd slowly began returning to their conversations, they carried something valuable with them. Some carried hope. Others carried inspiration. A few carried the courage to finally express feelings they had hidden for years. The extraordinary moment had ended, but its impact had only just begun. The story would continue spreading from one heart to another long after everyone returned home. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most surprising chapter has not happened yet. Before this unforgettable day comes to an end, your soulmate is about to reveal one final truth that no one, not even you, saw coming. It is a truth they have protected for a very long time, and once those words are finally spoken, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. Just when everyone believed the most unforgettable part of the story had already happened, another remarkable moment quietly began to unfold. The crowd had started to move again, conversations slowly returned, and people believed they had already witnessed the greatest surprise of the day. They were completely wrong. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The deepest truth had not yet been revealed, and the next few moments would leave every heart completely speechless. Your soulmate looked at you once more, but this time there was something different in their eyes. The nervousness was gone. The uncertainty had disappeared. What remained was complete peace. They had finally reached the place they had dreamed about for so long, the place where nothing was hidden anymore. They smiled softly, took another careful step closer, and spoke words that no one expected to hear. They said that expressing their feelings in front of everyone was never their original plan. For months they had imagined a quiet conversation, just the two of you, somewhere peaceful and private. But every time they prepared for that moment, fear convinced them to wait one more day. Then one more week. Then one more month. Eventually they realized something life-changing. Waiting for the perfect moment had become the very reason nothing ever changed. So instead of waiting for perfect circumstances, they chose perfect honesty. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Those words touched everyone listening because they carried a truth that many people silently struggle with. How many dreams remain unfinished simply because people keep waiting for the perfect time? Your soulmate had broken that cycle forever. In doing so, they unknowingly inspired every person standing nearby. Then came the revelation that no one had imagined. Your soulmate quietly admitted that there had been many opportunities to walk away. There had been moments when distance seemed easier than hope. There had been days when misunderstandings created confusion. There had even been times when silence almost convinced them that giving up would hurt less than continuing to believe. But every single time they considered letting go, one memory always brought them back to the same place, you. They explained that your kindness had become impossible to forget. The smallest conversations remained in their heart long after everyone else had forgotten them. A simple smile had become a source of strength during difficult seasons. A single encouraging word had stayed with them through countless quiet nights. They realized they had never fallen in love because of one extraordinary event. They had fallen in love because of hundreds of ordinary moments that quietly became extraordinary together. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The atmosphere became even more emotional. Several people listening lowered their heads, reflecting on the people who had quietly changed their own lives without ever realizing it. The story had become bigger than two individuals. It had become a reminder that genuine kindness leaves footprints on hearts long after moments pass. Your soulmate continued speaking. There is something I never told anyone. The crowd became completely silent again. I used to believe that courage meant never being afraid. I know now that courage means telling the truth even while your heart is racing. Those words echoed through the entire gathering. No dramatic performance could have created such a powerful moment. Authenticity had become the loudest voice in the entire place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then another surprising detail emerged. Your soulmate admitted that before speaking publicly, they had quietly written every feeling inside a notebook many nights before. Page after page contained thoughts they never believed anyone would hear. Every sentence was a conversation they wished they had the courage to have. Instead of throwing those pages away, they kept them because somewhere deep inside they never stopped believing that one day the truth would finally be spoken. That quiet confession amazed everyone. Imagine carrying so many heartfelt words inside your heart for so long. Imagine finally setting them free. The weight that disappeared from your soulmate's shoulders could almost be seen by everyone around them. At that moment, you realized something extraordinary. The person standing before you had not changed overnight. They had been growing stronger every single day while no one noticed. Real transformation often happens silently until one unforgettable day reveals everything at once. Something huge is waiting for you. As the sunlight slowly shifted across the gathering, a gentle breeze passed through the crowd. It felt almost symbolic, as though the atmosphere itself welcomed this new beginning. Smiles appeared naturally. Faces that had once looked curious now reflected admiration. The story that everyone expected to last only a few seconds had become the memory they would carry home forever. Then your soulmate looked directly into your eyes and spoke another sentence that surprised everyone. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. The crowd listened carefully. But I know I never want another tomorrow where you don't know how much you mean to me. Those words settled into every heart nearby. No grand promises. No impossible guarantees. Only sincere truth. That honesty made the moment unforgettable. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. While everyone focused on your soulmate's words, very few noticed what was happening around them. People who had arrived as strangers were now quietly smiling at one another. Hope had become contagious. One courageous confession had reminded everyone that beautiful moments still exist in ordinary places. Yet the story was still not finished. There was one final mystery hidden beneath everything that had happened. Your soulmate smiled again and gently said that this confession had not only been prepared for today. It had been prepared by every choice, every lesson, every unexpected delay, every unanswered question, and every moment that once felt confusing. Looking back, they finally understood that every step had been shaping this exact day. That realization changed everything. Sometimes delays are not denials. Sometimes waiting prepares hearts for moments they could never have handled before. Sometimes silence exists only so that truth can arrive with even greater meaning. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The crowd slowly began applauding, not loudly, but warmly. It was not applause for entertainment. It was appreciation for courage. Appreciation for honesty. Appreciation for someone who chose authenticity instead of fear. As everyone watched, your soulmate's smile grew brighter than ever before. Peace had replaced every burden. Confidence had replaced every doubt. The chapter of silence had officially ended. But just when everyone believed the story had reached its beautiful conclusion, something completely unexpected happened. A message arrived that neither you nor your soulmate had anticipated. The person connected to that message carried a revelation capable of changing the meaning of everything that had happened so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next chapter will reveal why this unforgettable public confession happened on this exact day, at this exact moment, and the answer will surprise everyone.